In the beginning, there was a passion for telling the Northfield story. In the beginning, people were planning to celebrate the nation's bicentennial. In the beginning, two organizations, Future and the Bicentennial Committee, combined their vision and their blind optimism to purchase the historic Scriver Building and create a home for the Northfield Historical Society. That beginning was 1975, 40 years ago. Maggie Lee, Mary Lou Street, Christine Hager, Lee Fossum, Ted Scott, Fred Gonnerman, Elvin Heiberg, Marston Headley, Bob Warren, Evelyn Johnson, and Wayne Eddy shared a vision. These inspired champions of Northfield history were searching for a platform from which to collect and share the stories that comprise Northfield's rich and sometimes dramatic past. Their vision gave birth to the Northfield Historical Society. We've come a long way since the purchase of the Scriver Building. It's a handsome building that anchors Bridge Square, which remains the social heartbeat of the community. Its iconic status is linked to the James Younger Bank raid of 1876. Old buildings come with history and stand as venerable symbols of a rich past. They also beg to be restored and maintained. Paying for it requires ingenuity and fiscal courage. The first order of business was the bank interior. That was restored in 1976. By 1981, the Northfield Historical Society found the wherewithal to restore the bank facade. In 1982, exhibit space was carved out inside and the Ted Scott Room was dedicated. In 1984, a serendipitous car crash into the building opened the door for completing the restoration of the Division Street facade. For all the while, membership was growing and the society was building the programs and exhibits that bring our stories to life. The first executive director, Ginny Mondale, was hired in 1980. The organization gathered steam. Membership grew to 264 and then to more than 500. In the 1990s, the museum store was renovated and expanded. The iron staircase on the outside of the building was removed and replaced with a more authentic wood stairs. An endowment was established and youth educational programs took root and grew. As we entered a new century, we restored the building's roof to match the profile it had in 1868. In 2010, with the help of the Minnesota Historical Society Legacy Grant, we completed an ambitious Next Level campaign, adding 6 ADA restrooms and an elevator to make the building accessible to all. Now we routinely collect, protect, and interpret Northfield history, with many exhibits and a dozen or more programs throughout the year. We have become the repository for city records. Events like Cemetery Stories have become wildly popular events, and we continue to partner with the Defeat of Jesse James Days Committee to celebrate the courage and fortitude of Northfield citizens of yesteryear. Northfield history is alive and well, but there's more to be done, and with your support, more history will happen here.